Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, the Knight of Justice, back again with another power scaling video. In this video, we will be covering Kratos from God of War 4 and see just how powerful he really is. Many contentions and debates have been piling up regarding this version of Kratos, whether he's stronger than his past self or weaker than his past self. But we'll be covering just how powerful this variation of Kratos truly is. And if you're new to the channel, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Also comment down below. Share this video with your fellow friends and family. And stay tuned for more videos in the future by hitting that notification button. And if you want more power scaling videos like this, comment down below to give me your opinions on what you want to see in the future. And help us on the road to 1000k subs. Now, before we begin, let's go into a little bit about this version of Kratos. Several years after the destruction of Olympus, Kratos lived a secluded life in the remote forests of Norway, the realm of the Norse gods. It is revealed that the chaos caused by Kratos only destroyed the Greek world itself. And instead of affecting the entire world, it didn't affect the different pantheons or separate mythologies from both their locations or said dimensions or space-times. So it only affected the Greek world. Eventually, Kratos met Faye and his future second wife while she had the Leviathan axe. They soon got married and they gave birth to a son named Atreus. Although Frey intentionally wanted to name him a Loki, Kratos saw fit to name him Atreus. The boy was raised mainly by Faye, who taught him how to hunt and how to read Nordic language, among other various things. Kratos never took Atreus hunting since the boy was constantly sick. When Faye spoke about the Aesir gods, Kratos decided to listen to her stories about these gods. In an effort to practice control, Kratos would often test himself by venturing into the woods and searching for enemies, while Faye thought Kratos was looking to pick fights. Kratos was actually seeking to control his rage, but not fighting, and only defending and deflecting attacks until his enemies tired themselves out. It is implied that he failed repeatedly until, in one instance, he encountered wolves and succeeded in fending them off. However, trolls appeared and were able to push Kratos to the point he lost control and slaughtered the trolls with ease, causing Kratos great anger within him. Kratos would continue to test himself, results with him not being home more often. This led Atreus to believe that Kratos does not care about him or Faye. Now that we got out of the way, let's get into the scaling of God of War 4 and just how powerful Kratos is. Now our first feats, or few feats for Kratos, is when he was able to fight off and defeat the god of light Baldur at the beginning of the game. And even after he fights or when he's fighting Baldur, Kratos is still holding back his powers to allow Atreus to learn and perform and grow stronger by gaining new experience, even while hiding the fact that Atreus is a god himself. Also worth noting that Kratos was also worried about causing the damage around the surrounding house and area because his son was still nearby and believed that Baldur was looking for Atreus, and so he was holding back most of the time in their fights. So he didn't want to expose that he had a son to Baldur. So it's not really to say that Kratos got weaker over the years. It's more so that his character development allowed him to mostly hold back throughout the game to allow Atreus to gain more experience and learn and grow in power. And this holding back did not also stop him from fighting later on and fighting other powerful gods and creatures. So him holding back for good portions of the game is good for character development, not bad for scaling if you were to use it in that, or just at first glance see it that way. Kratos' player displays feats of strength such as flipping a temple and pushing a bridge that weighs more than 1,000,000 tons at least. But his more well-known feats are him fighting and beating the Norse god of light Baldur at the start and at the end of the game along with Atreus. Near the end of the game, you are inside of the world serpent for looking for the second eye of Mimir. Suddenly, the world serpent shakes 3 times and you're knocked out of the world serpent. The person revealed shaking the world serpent and knocking him out is Baldur, the guy you just beat up at the beginning of the game. The world serpent is one of the last remaining giants of Midgard, and he was the one that fought with the god of thunder or the god of strength Thor, the son of Odin. Well, will or has fought, because of time travel. It was stated by Frey that the battle between Thor and the world serpent was so great that it shook all the 9 realms connected to Yggdrasil, and that it would be followed up in the legends that another battle will cause the world serpent to be flung back in time. This battle was before the serpent grew to the size where he engulfed Midgard or the 9 realms. These realms are quite convoluted in their size. Some say that Midgard is the universe or the planet, with other realms being the dimensions laid out on the branches of Yggdrasil. The Well of Destiny, or Ugruk, which was stated to be containing immeasurable or possible timelines and realities. Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life, or the World Tree, supports all creation, time, space, death, rebirth, everything and surpassing it. Which each strand of the trunks and branches transcends time and space itself. Note that the 9 realms can be said to be their own universe/dimensions with their own space-time and cosmos within God of War, in the God of War novels. In the God of War novel, it is said that a single branch of the World Tree stretches out for infinity, which include the possibilities or immeasurable possibilities contained within the Well of Destiny or Fate. Even Ragnarok, the destruction and eventual rebirth of the Norse realms, is all but a part of the never-ending grand cycle surrounded by Yggdrasil. All existence sprang from it, and all existence returned to it. And you have Thor and the world serpent in their battle shook all the 9 realms, and their clash splintered the world tree. And in case you guys don't know what a splintered tree looks like, well, yeah, you get the idea. You also have feats from Surtur and Ymir. When Ymir was stabbed by Odin and killed by Odin, he bleeds so much that his blood threatened to flood all of creation. Surtur, heat spawned all stars, and that he is the one that brought all heat to the cosmos. Thor and Odin also battled against Surtur and landed a killing blow on him, and his dying state was going to destroy everything. This would mean that Thor can battle a being who can end all of existence, or maybe just a realm, or all the realms, which is most likely including Yggdrasil, and the realms between Yggdrasil, which is even a greater infinite engulfing Yggdrasil. And Thor was able to battle and stalemate the World Tree, who Baldur was able to knock out in 3 hits, and Kratos beat Baldur in the beginning and the end of the game. So you see where the scaling is going to. You also have the fact that Kratos can also use the dudes from Yggdrasil to amp himself in the game. You also have Kratos Leviathan, who is stated to be equal in power to Mjolnir. He can also seal realm tears, which are holes in the fabric of reality that threaten existence in individual realms with his sheer strength alone. Not to mention, there's this new feature that we can fully utilize in the game known as the Spartan Rage. The Spartan Rage is this new ability given to the game for Kratos that allows him to unleash greater power within himself. Think of it kind of like a Super Saiyan in a sense, and it increases his speed, power, and endurance. When Kratos uses the Spartan Rage, his fists appear to be on fire, and his muscles and veins are pumped with a lot more power to the point where it seems like he's glowing fire and on red. When enraged, Kratos can go on a rampage and throw powerful haymaker punches, sending his enemies flying in the air. He can also deliver earth-shaking and light stomps and hammers to gradually damage his opponents. Kratos can activate this instinctively for much more or for a much longer time, or when he's like enraged or things are about to happen bad. Like when Kratos was like threatened by Baldur, or when the Dark Elf King was threatening Atreus. This is a lot similar when Deimos was killed by Thanatos and Kratos gained an infinite rage boost or a rage for the rest of their fight against Thanatos. Atreus can also achieve this power, although due to his circumstances of Kratos hiding from his, heritage or his godhood, the first time he used it, it caused him to fall into a comatose state. Now that we got that out of the way, just how powerful is Kratos? Well, going off of feats, statements, and scaling, scaling off of Baldur, the World Serpent, Thor, Surtur, and Ymir, he will at least be low multiversal to high multiversal plus, scaling off of these feats. But if there are some of you who don't want to accept this, low multiversal to multiversal is fair enough. But if you like the video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Also comment down below. Hit the notification button to stay tuned for more videos in the future. Comment down below for what more videos you want for me to do. And be ready, guys. We're almost to 1,000 subs. Let's get there. We're getting so close. But while that's out of the way, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.